Imagine packing up your life, leaving everything and everyone you know all for a dream. Well, today we're jumping right into the start of a journey like that. We're following the true story of Yurii Khmil, a young guy who literally gambled it all for a new life in England, and it's all from his own incredible memoir. So his story kicks off on a strawberry farm in a little town called Ledbury. But believe me, this is not your typical story about a summer job picking fruit. Not even close. Because this is a story that pretty quickly spirals into the world of forged documents.
An arrest that comes out of nowhere and just changes everything.
And you won't believe this. It ends with a desperate plea for political asylum. So you have to ask, right? How in the world does a simple farm contract turn into all this? Okay, let's get into it. You see, for Yurii, England wasn't just some place on a map. It was the dream, a lifelong obsession. And his only shot, his only way in, was through this student work program called Hopse. It offered just a handful of 4-month contracts. And to get one, you first had to win a contest. And he almost blew it. He literally runs in at the last possible second. The selection committee was already packing their bags to leave. But in what has to be an insane stroke of luck, they actually agreed to come back and hear from one last candidate. And you can just feel the pressure in his writing. He talks about the committee members sitting back down, all their eyes just locked on him. He remembers just standing there, so completely nervous he was actually physically shaking. So after all that tension, all that drama, his entire future, this whole dream, comes down to one single question. Do you speak English? He was so overwhelmed he couldn't even speak. He just nods his head. And just like that, it was done. They added his name to the list. It was a moment of pure, unbelievable luck that just changed everything. Okay, so fast forward 2 months, and it's official. The work permit arrives for a strawberry farm. It's really happening. Time to pack. But this is where things get kind of funny, because as he's getting ready, he's getting some, let's call it, conflicting advice. On one side, you have his friends, right? They've done this program before, and they're all telling him, dude, travel light. Don't take anything. You're going to buy all the real cool English stuff when you get there. But his mom? Oh no. She had a completely different strategy. Her plan was basically to pack a survival kit. She got the biggest bag he'd ever seen and just stuffed it with a taste of home. We're talking 30 cans of tushonka, which is this amazing stewed meat, 5 kilograms of salo, a cured pork fat, and of course, 2 blocks of cigarettes, the absolute legal limit you could bring in. So with this enormous bag, packed and ready to go, his family throws this massive farewell party. It's a huge celebration. Everyone's there, sending him off on what they all think is just a fun summer adventure. But in Yuri's head, this was something way more final. And this right here is absolutely crucial. While his family is celebrating a temporary goodbye, he knows the truth. This wasn't just for a 4-month contract. In his mind, he was leaving home and he had no intention of ever coming back. So he's stepping onto that bus, starting what he believes is his new life, with absolutely no idea of the chaos that's about to unfold. The dream of England that he has in his head is about to collide hard with reality. What happens when the only thing keeping your dream alive means you have to break the law?